Ball goes in towards Ikiogbo. Almost comes for Barry Bannon. And now we're laying it off now for Josh Windass. Windass rolls it away in towards Valerie. Jan Valerie just turns backwards and lays it off in towards Josh Windass. Crossing it over, and it comes towards Barry Bannon. Tries the acrobatics. Really good attempt there from Bannon. Just juggling with the ball, flicking it up over his own head and over the bar in the end. But Bannon, he's in a bit of a purple patch in terms of goals at the moment. Another decent effort there from Barry Bannon, almost troubling Palmer. That's the first sighter of goal we've really had so far, and it's come in around about the 7th minute. And now it's going to go all the way back for James Beadle, who just works it short. Wednesday playing some good football. Goes up towards Josh Windass. Windass, nice little ball inside, finding Palmer. And that one goes out wide towards Bannon, who just lays it off for Johnson. Johnson takes aim! A big deflection! It takes the ball in, and Sheffield Wednesday have scored the opening goal in 8.5 minutes. It's Johnson arriving in the nick of time, really. Lining up the shot. It took a big nick off a defender and goes into the net past Palmer. A great start from Sheffield Wednesday. Bannon was heavily involved once again, just teeing him up, and Johnson did the rest. Sheffield Wednesday lead against the Albion by a 1-0. What a start for Wednesday. Delightful finish there from Marvin Johnson. His sweet left foot, getting it all right for Wednesday. Of course, the Owls did win this fixture last season, you recall, when they needed to, of course, when they were desperately seeking points to stay in the division. And maybe, just maybe, it could be Wednesday's day. They've had a habit, haven't they, over the years of winning the games perhaps when they're least expected to. Ball's back here with Kyle Bartley. It's going to be blasted long by the centre-half. Done really well with that pass. It's going to be clipped back in towards the central area. Chance now for Madja to try and get a strike away, and Josh Madja just made a little pocket of space for himself, and it needed a block from a Wednesday player back there to take it away for a corner. But maybe signs in the last few minutes that are starting to get their game together. Side the area. Marvin Johnson's just a little bit further away from that. I think he's going to go long here, just looking at the way that Beadle is lining up. Goes forward, up towards Jan Valerie. He steered it into the path of Ikiogbo. Couldn't quite get there, though. It is a Wednesday throw-in. Coming backwards now with Palmer. Palmer playing the ball back for Michael Ehekwe. And now it's launched forward with Akinfenmewo up towards Windass! A looping header there from Josh Windass, and it goes over the top of Palmer. Alex Palmer had no chance of keeping that one out. Sort of route one, if you will. Old school. Josh Windass converts for Sheffield Wednesday. What a start this has been here at Hillsborough. Wednesday leading the Albion by 2-0. Josh Windass this time, following up after Marvin Johnson got Wednesday's first in the opening 10 minutes. What a start it's been for Wednesday here against an Albion side that's been in good form this season. Just when you think you've got this league worked out, you get results like this. Let's hope it does stay as a result. Of course, there is an awful long way to go, but Wednesday, at the moment, very much in charge of proceedings. And put pressure on, and again, the goalkeeper, well, he was calm, was Alex Palmer, but it was nearly robbed, and Wednesday have taken it back now with Bannon. Bannon takes aim and maybe hit it a little bit too hard. It flies over the top of the crossbar, but West Brom caught in possession, trying to play out from the back, and Wednesday punishing them. Nice to see. Good intensity about Wednesday's play. Of course, they started the day in the bottom three, but this is a performance that is perhaps belying that position. Lost a bit of the sound again, so hopefully you'll get us as Wednesday will go on the attack and try and make it 3. A great stop there from Alex Palmer. reacting really well to keep that ball out. A cracking save from Alex Palmer, using his frame to good effect, standing big. And it goes behind for a corner kick, but Wednesday really are playing very well. It's been a great first half hour or so. Stephen Connolly's got in touch on X. I'll read his message out in a second. A long throw again goes into our box. It's nodded away. A good header there from Michael Heckway, but again it's going to be turned back towards our area. That was Windass this time getting in front of the ball and getting something on it, but still not fully clearing our lines, and it might just come through for an opportunity. Saved brilliantly there from James Beadle. Made himself so big as Albion threatened to go through and pull one back. The goalkeeper looked to be second best really to it, but he spread himself, made himself nice and big, working hard for the cause. He was bitterly disappointed after the draw against QPR in the last home game. He got the man of the match, but clearly still a little bit annoyed after the game when he came up to get his award. Wednesday with an opportunity now with Charles. Charles cuts it back, and that's an opportunity for Wednesday to make it three. It was saved as Liam Palmer arrived on the ball. Johnson has a go though on the edge of the area. It sat up nicely for him on the hop. With the goalkeeper Palmer, Alex Palmer, getting across to make the save. Wednesday are fashioning more chances today than I can remember in a long time. And it's partly because West Brom keep doing this, playing from the back, and Wednesday catch them out. We'll be happy to let them keep doing that, because it has presented opportunities more than just the 2 goals they've scored. That ball over the top, though, needed to be cut out. It was. Michael Heckway getting his head to the ball in the nick of time as Madja was chasing after it. Wednesday competing for the ball out wide, but I think the decision is going to go the way of West Brom, so they will get a throw-in. We're going to have 3 minutes added on at the end of this first half. And another long throw Wednesday will face. There's been a few of those that have gone into our area in this first half. It's thrown short, and it's worked on now. Another chance to clip it into the centre. That's a good header, or it should have been a good header. A great position. I'm not sure whether good header is the right description, because really that needs to be on target, but Adejei doesn't really get it right at all. He's unmarked, there's no one around him, and for a rare opportunity where Wednesday haven't defended particularly well, he's not capitalised. Now Mowat, and certainly when he first came on, we're seeing an awful lot of the ball. He seems to have faded a bit in the last 5 minutes, but he's back involved now. Laying it short for Swift. Comes towards the right-hand side with Fellows. Fellows darts inside, he's got a good change of speed and tries to work that on for Furlong. Was that a foul? There was a crunching challenge made by Akin for Maywo, and he has got yellow carded, perhaps just a bit late. I thought he was, that was my initial feeling with it. Swift is over it. On the edge of the area is Mowat. Just pull back a little bit, maybe waiting for it to come back out. Goes into the area, and another decent looking position for a header. We saw in the first half Adejei get up and fail to hit the target, and that's exactly what Carl Barkley's just done on that occasion. Rose well, maybe a fraction too early, and he can't steer it goalwards. Goal kick for Sheffield Wednesday. Beadle places this one on the floor and prepares to kick it long. He went up there towards Iki Ugbo. Again, Ugbo not really having much change. Things aren't quite going his way. And right now, West Brom are coming forward down this right-hand side with Furlong. Just checks backwards. They've moved it away with Diangana. Back towards Fellows. Fellows will again work it onto his right foot and crosses it towards the back post. They're going to pull one back. And West Brom are right back in this game. The cross was stood up towards the back post, and Sheffield Wednesday were unable to cut it out. Not enough clean sheets this season. It was great attacking play to get to the line from Fellows, and he just sort of tossed it up in the air, and Wednesday unfortunately were able to cut it out, and West Brom are right back in it. So Josh Madja, who is a tricky customer, Remember when he was coming through at Sunderland, he looked a player. He's getting his opportunity at a time when Sunderland were, I think, heading out of the Championship. He was one of the few shining lights that they had there. Ended up moving to France. The header was one on the halfway line. Pulls out a play again for a Wednesday throw. This time Max Lowe will take it. Throws it towards Michael Smith. He wins his header, trying to flick it on for Anthony Masaba, who gets there. Masaba goes towards the box. Can he finish this off? The angle's tight. When he goes down, what's he going to give? A booking for Michael Smith. He's talked his way into the book. Well, the angle was a little bit against Anthony Masaba, but it certainly looked a moment of promise for Wednesday. They've got a corner out of it in the end. They're kind of back where they started. Header J. Passes it away. Mowat slips it on, gets it on the return. Plays it towards the right-hand side now, and it's with Wallace. Wallace inside for Diangana. This is neat and tidy. This is good football. They're offside. It was saved in any case by James Beadle as Wallace went for the strike. But he had straight offside. But again, some intelligent football. They were patient, waiting for their opening. But for offside, they may well have got an equaliser. They wouldn't have done, because James Beadle saved the shot that he produced anyway. I think there's going to be another change from West Brom shortly. Now with Swift. Swift moves it on. Well, that's good play there from Johnston. I think he might have been fouled. He was. Masaba thought he'd won it fairly and squarely, but he hadn't. I think he just grabbed hold of his shirt as he tried to step away from the Owls man. I think Wednesday are lining up further changes themselves in a moment. We might see Jamal Lowe and Svante Ingelsson as it gets crossed over. It's flicked away there by a Wednesday player. It might have been Max Lowe. I need to see it again. I think he got his head to it and glanced it away out for a throw-in. Are they lining up a long throw? It looks like they are. Goes into the area, and that really is a tremendous throw-in. It's up in the air. Wednesday needs to clear the lines. Comes back to the edge of the area. Bouncing shot will go in. Crashes in past Beadle. And Mowat has got the equaliser for West Brom. He waited for the ball to come back to him. And with his left foot, he's let rip. And the bounce has just deceived James Beadle. And West Brom have come back from 2-0 down to draw 2-2. With only, maybe 5 minutes of the 90 remaining. The Baggies are bouncing again in the Leppings lane. Frustration all round for Danny Rule and the Sheffield Wednesday bench. Masaba can't find a teammate with that. Bannon will get it though, puts it into Smith. Low. Turn backwards, and Bannon's made a good run into the area. Bannon will slide it across, and Wednesday score! It's Anthony Masaba! Wednesday are back ahead! Masaba with the tap-in! A great run from Bannon, and Masaba does the rest! Wednesday are back ahead! Hillsborough rejoices! What a turnaround! What an afternoon for Sheffield Wednesday! Now you need to hang on and hold it! It's Wednesday 3, West Brom 2! A stunning run from Bannon into space. You could see when he was afforded that opportunity, he would make the most of it. He slid it across, and Anthony Masaba couldn't miss and didn't. Sheffield Wednesday are back ahead. Albion's joy is short-lived. Having a look at the replay. Just a side-footed effort there from Anthony Masaba on his left foot, sliding it away in past Alex Palmer. They need to be purposeful and clear their lines here. Shay Charles has received the Man of the Match award as the ball goes over, and it's still loose, and they're going to try and force it. I think they're appealing for a handball, but Wednesday clear their lines. Maybe they got a lucky break, I'm not entirely sure, but now we're burning rubber, trying to get forward down this right-hand side. It's with Valerie. Can Wednesday seal the victory? Well, Valerie's just going to take it towards the corner flag for a moment. There's possibly a chance to cross it over. I think it was Shay Charles who was in the box, perhaps waiting for it. Bannon just tries to put it in the air towards Smith to take it down towards the corner flag. And Wednesday have actually got the decision their way. Well done, Michael Smith. And again, Bannon will step forward for this corner, but Wednesday will make no effort to cross it into the middle. All the defenders and the midfielders staying back. This will go short from Bannon. In towards Michael Smith, telling them to get back as well. It's gone short. In towards Michael Smith. That is the full-time whistle, and Sheffield Wednesday have got their second home win of the season, and it's come against the side who started the day on top of the table. West Bromwich Albion was stunned in the first half. They found themselves 2-0 down fairly early on. The first was scored by Marvin Johnson, a touch of fortune with his effort, but it went in. A second was, well, the icing on the cake in many ways when Josh Windass sent a looping header in over the goalkeeper, Alex Palmer. The second half was something of a different story. West Brom certainly stepped it up. The substitutes had an impact, and they got back in this game. Initially, Josh Madger pulled one back, and then Alex Moet, who was pulling the strings, having come on at half-time, got there, well, what they thought was going to be the points that they were after, with an equaliser, with a thumping effort from the edge of the area. It's not how it finished, though, because within a minute, Sheffield Wednesday responded. Bannon ran into the channels inside the area, cut the ball back, and Anthony Masaba tapped home from a few yards out to give Wednesday a very important win.